Hi, Susan here. Okay, everything is so expensive. Even sewing is expensive, mostly because of machinery and the cost of thread. So whether we want to believe it or not, I think we are in the midst of a recession, and I had this idea to have an experiment to make my designer t-shirt with one inexpensive machine and one spool of thread only. Let's see if I can do it. So, I've never had this machine before, and I'm going to have to learn alongside everybody else how to use this machine. The other machine that I just took away was my mother's older machine, and it won't even thread a bobbin anymore. And I want, first line of duty is to get the buttonholes on the silk jacquard jacket. So let me figure this out and do that first. So about a year ago, I put up my designer t-shirt pattern from my collections when I was manufacturing, and I was doing garments and ready to wear for my t-shirt, famous t-shirt pattern. I then did them many times and showed you several different videos, from putting the actual pattern together and downloading it and cutting it and sewing it, but I wanted to get in more depth. And I also wanted to address this issue that we're dealing with right now, which is how expensive it is to buy as well as to sew. So my t-shirt pattern, just so you know, and I'm going to put it in the description box below, is in sizes extra small, small, medium, large, and extra large. And it is a downloadable, printable pattern that is fabulous, that you can make many, many times. So I thought this particular series that I'm going to start with, how to make things a little bit cheaper. So I went to Joann Fabrics and I found some fabric. I want to use 100% cotton, guys, because the spandex just changes this pattern tremendously. You can do it, but that's a whole nother story. So I was looking for 100% cotton, and I found this one at 70% off. So it was really, really a good deal. And I thought I would do the entire t-shirt with just the fabric and one spool of thread. Because normally, guys, when you're sewing a professional t-shirt, you need 3 different machines. You need a straight stitch machine, you need an overlock machine, and you need a cover stitch. And it takes 4 to 5 to 6 spools of thread in order to do that. Thread is the most expensive. I don't use cheap thread. I only use the Gutenmine, and that's all I've ever used. So I don't skimp on that. So let's see if I can do this, but this particular video will first be explaining sizing and what I'm trying to achieve, and then the next video will be actually sewing the t-shirt, and let's see if I can actually do it with the Singer sewing machine. So the thread, like I said, is expensive. These were like $5.45 each, and then the next day they were on sale. So even if you get them on sale, just the thread alone was on sale over $17. And if you're making just one colorful shirt, what are you going to do with 6 spools of thread, correct? So I wanted to make this as easy as can be. So let me explain the sizing chart and how to find the right size, and then cut this t-shirt out so that we can prepare to get the experiment going in the next video. So regarding the t-shirt and the sizing chart, I stress that you use my sizing chart and you view it, but it doesn't stop there. I want you to also measure yourself and measure the pattern. But first, let's talk about the sizing chart. Just because you think you're small out there in the real world doesn't mean you're small in my designer t-shirt. This t-shirt is a very fitted t-shirt with a very, very small neckline. It is a designer t-shirt. It is not a man-sized t-shirt. It is not an inexpensive Walmart t-shirt. It is a designer t-shirt, so it's fitted. So I have the sizes in extra small, small, medium, large, and extra large. Meaning, when I say small, it encompasses almost 2 sizes because the grading process on a small is an 1.5 inch grade rather than a grading process, or to make things larger from a 4 to a 6 to an 8 is only 1 inch. So it's kind of a little bit bigger of a grade. So each size is just an 1.5 inch larger. I don't want you to just take my pattern sizes for verbatim. You can even tweak them and make them your own. But let's get down and dirty, shall we? All right, so I sometimes, when I feel like it, can be a small, and sometimes I can be a medium. Depends on the fabrication or how snug I want that t-shirt to be. Let's give you a demonstration. I'm going to measure my bust. Wearing kind of a big bra, or slightly padded bra today, but my bust is 37. If I look at my sizing chart on 37, it is clearly a medium. So I can't use a small here. That's just that. When I look at my waist, it is almost 31, and that's already a large. So I have to be very, very cautious about those measurements. I'm wearing something pretty bulky, so my hips are going to be, a little bit bigger. This is a 38, so I'm a little bit narrower there. So, but regardless, I'm a medium. There's no question about it. And if you work out and you're muscular and you're broad, you're going to want to increase the size for that alone. And if you're using spandex or something with a crazy amount of stretch, you're going to then want to accommodate it downward, if that makes sense. But I want you to not only do that, but then take your pattern, like I'm doing here. Let's say this is my small, okay? I'm going to measure on the bust area alone, which is here. So you want to go just underneath the armhole, and you want a 1/2 inch away from the seam allowance. So that's a little bit less than 1/2 inch, because I know that's 3/8 inch. And then I'm going to measure across like this. Then I'm going to take that measurement and I'm going to double it. And then I'm going to double it again. If I double it again, the small will only, with ease, guys, is 35 inches. So there's no way I am a small, except if I'm using what's considered ease, or the stretch on the fabric itself to accommodate my bust. So let's go ahead and look at the medium. And the medium, at that same level, all the way across, and I double it, and I double it again, is 37. So that's my body measurement. If that is my body measurement, it is okay to have the medium because the fabric stretches at least 1 inch in width if I want it to be snug. If I want it to be loose, this is not the t-shirt for you. But if I want it to be a little bit looser, I can maybe go up to a large. It all depends on the fit, your body measurement, and how you want the outcome to be. So there we go. So I'm going to be cutting the medium. You can cut 2 t-shirts size small and medium in 1 3/8 yards of 59 to 60 inch wide jersey goods. That's great, guys. And I always cut them open so that I'm just cutting 2 at a time. It just makes it simpler. And if you notice, the t-shirt that I was wearing in the last part of the episode is all worn out. I wear my t-shirts to death, guys, and I make them over and over and over again. I'm hoping you will too. The link for the t-shirt will be in the description box. The link for the sewing machine will be there as well. Come on board and make a t-shirt with me, and subscribe if you're liking what you're seeing. Give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.